Oh, it says, oh, okay, boom. Oh, I gotta change the orientation. Oh, no. Okay, y'all, I'll label this part two, because this is going back to what we was talking about the walk-in spirits and all this type of stuff. So anyways, there was a lot of people in the corner store. So, I gotta get used to this whole recording and knowing that I'm actually recording and other people are watching me. I'm a very private person. Good day. Although I'm very transparent and have no problem being an open book, I'm very private. And if it's not necessary for you to know and it protects my peace, then I ain't sharing it. But anyways, back to the part one. So I realized that since the entities and the demons and the negativity, whatever you want to call it in your realm, your world, your beliefs, since they can't get to us originally, they can't trigger us. The stalking don't work, the bullying, the taunting. Ooh, that's a confirmation. Good day. Okay, so since they can't get to us, unfortunately, they are going to be hopping into the people that we love, our family, our friends, our co-workers. I ain't got no children, but I definitely got a whole bunch of babies. So in this time, when you are exchanging or sharing with people, you have to really pay attention to how the people are carrying themselves, what they're saying, how their eyes are moving, how they smell, believe it or not, because demons have a scent, just like virtuous angels have a scent too. And so all of these things we have to pay attention to because, hold on. Can we see it? Oh no, it's behind the cloud. Hi, everybody. Hi. Okay, so I live in an island where it's Rum City. They call it Rock City, but it's really Rum City. We were the #1 slave trade and also rum distributor in the Caribbean. All people do is drink rum. Okay, so I'm gonna talk from the point of view of spirits, of you consuming alcohol, which alcohol is a combination of spirits, right? So generally, when you consume spirits, you open up your vessel, your temple, as a portal, and you allow those spirits to enter into your body. And because we all have a set of divine spirits, guardian angel, ancestral spirits, mysteries that we have within our blueprint, all this type of stuff. When you consume alcohol, liquor, spirits, and your vessel is already weakened, meaning your mind, your body, your spirit is in some sort of weakened state or unhealthy state, those entities are going to take over your body and play you and ride you like you're a horse. And so I realized that a lot of people are acting extra aggressive or extra flirty or just doing things that they normally wouldn't do. And these are people that you love. Like you take the shirt off your back and the clothes out your mouth to help them, right? But for some reason, they're carrying themselves out of character, right? Okay, y'all, we gotta take a break because I'm literally carrying groceries and a gallon of water. Okay. Oh, I got the Rasta man corner right now. I hope he don't mind. I'm taking a little break. So anyways, so Spirit had me share this because the day before yesterday, I noticed it when I was out in town doing my tour and all that. I noticed how people that would generally be real nice to my guests, real nice to just the whole entire historical ghost tour movement and all that, they were a little uptight. And I really couldn't get it, but I continued being as kind as I could and continued doing what I was doing. When I got to the corner store, I had my headphones on, but I was literally hearing a group of men, like all of them debating who was going to give me my child, who was going to end up with me. And it was like, wow. Then it's like, I took off my headphone. I'm like, y'all auctioning me off like I'm some kind of piece of item. And he's like, well, you know, you just are wrong and we've been seeing you. And I'm like, that's not what we're doing. Now, yesterday, I had somebody who I didn't even know she was watching me, but I have so much respect for this elder lady. And I ended up having to take a pit stop right before my tour. And I let my tour guests know, like, give me a few minutes or whatever, I'm right across the street. So as I was finished doing what I was doing, the lady ended up telling me, she's like, I am so proud of you. You keep doing what you're doing and you keep shining that light and sharing our ancestor stories. So I was like, oh my God, because I did not expect that, right? Well, all of that was going good. Boom, boom, bam, whatever. I had a couple of disturbances in the street, but you know, we pray to God and we ask our archangels for help and we keep on going, right? Oh, the sun is coming out. That means I got to move spots. Okay, so anyways, so as I'm like headed home, as I mentioned in the first video, which I'll just make part 1 and part 2, I stop at the store and the gentleman that has always been so respectful to me, you know, cordial, all of that type of stuff, becomes like a little salacious and, you know, a little too extra flirty and friendly. And then today when I go into the store, the first group of men that were there auctioning me off, making their decisions, they were all there like when I walked in, which is why I said all about the energy I needed to get off or whatever. Because whenever I feel stuff like that, I just stop praying, like to block them, to cover me and protect everybody else around. Because if that's how they're carrying themselves, then clearly it's something inside of them. And if I'm the only one that can see it, I got to protect everybody around this because I don't play about my folks. And so I say all that to say this, like, protect yourself. Yeah, you may know people, but right now, like, unless you know for a fact, oh, hold on, something's tickling my lip. Unless you know for a fact that this person is doing everything to walk with the divine and be a mirrored example of Christ consciousness and is fulfilling the movement of the evolution of humanity's goodness and greatness, unless that person is doing that and you can put your hand on the fire for that, be real mindful with people right now because we're operating with them, but it's their physical bodies, but it's not their spirit. Okay? So we gotta make sure to be aware. To be aware is to be alive. That was actually the saying I wrote on the mirror 11 years ago when I had my first spiritual ascension and I lived with my ex. And I wrote it in the mirror and I locked myself up for a whole entire week in the bathroom until I could figure what was going on. And it took me about 5-6 years to figure it out. And then we realized that I wasn't going crazy. I was just getting activated. And like he says, I'm glad you've learned how to deal with your spirits and your demons. Because, hey, it works for not just me, a lot of people. Okay, y'all, we're getting close to our ending. Now, I realized that the video from yesterday didn't upload. It's still saying it's processing. So hopefully these upload because they're a little shorter. I don't know when I'm going to come back out the house again because we're almost getting there. You know, once I'm inside, we inside. But yeah, that's the message for today. Understand that some saints are not just saints. They're spirits operating inside of them. And you still got to protect yourself. Okay? All right. Now, everybody, I can see the chat, but I cannot see the actual writing. Hold on. Before I go inside, I'm going to try to answer it. Because once I pass this threshold, it's going to disconnect. Okay, let's see. Whew, where's my fan? All right, Sebastian. Hello, Sebastian. And JK, hello to you too. Thank you. Okay, let's see. All right. I'm walking into my jungle, y'all. So I gotta let you go now. I'm gonna try to see if I come out this evening for another walk and then we can get on. I'll let you guys know. I literally read the whole book of Revelation and Ezekiel. The ancestors was talking, so I had to go listen. Ooh, and I have an upcoming project. I got a new hobby that I'm gonna do for myself. Like the same way I learned how to do my own locks, and it's been 7 years, and ain't nobody putting their hands on my head. It's just me doing it. I have a new self-care routine thing that I'm going to be doing for myself. I'm so excited. I'm going to start that tomorrow. But in the meantime, I love you guys. Stay light, stay bright, and remember that God loves you and you are worth it and you are a masterpiece. Don't let nobody tell you any different. You are meant to be individually yourself. All right? I love you. Take care.